The president held a meeting after his briefing at the NDRRMC and is planning to make the rounds of Metro Manila once again tomorrow. Joining us on the line now is TESDA Director General Joel Villanueva, who was with the president earlier tonight. Hi, Director. Thanks for joining us.
Hi, Carmina. Hi, Tony. Good evening to both of you and good evening to all our televiewers.
Ano pong nangyari dun sa pagpupulong na naganap earlier tonight?
Well, the President's very serious in stressing the importance of yung pagkukumpuni ng ating mga resources at yung coordination, communication, clear lines with the different agencies at naniniwala po ang Pangulo na hindi tayo magkukulang kung sama-sama tayo at nagkakaisa at may convergence na nangyayari lalong-lalo na sa mga ahensya ng ating pamahalaan.
Ano naman po ang role ng TESDA sa ganitong klaseng sitwasyon na mayroon tayo ngayon?
Alam mo, Carmina, magandang natanong mo yan kasi nung time na nagkaroon ng sendong, if you would recall, marami tayong ginawa, especially not just in relief operations. Right now, we're doing a lot of relief operations in Region 4A, in Region 3, here in NCR. Pero more than that is yung long-term solution natin, no, to be part of the long-term solution. Kagaya ng ginawa natin sa sendong, we provided mga short training courses dun sa mga relocation sites where they can learn productive skills while waiting for more permanent sites. Example, yung for instance, yung massage therapy, haircut, food preparation, and in some cases, we are encouraging our schools, not only test the schools, but even accredited test the institutions, mga private institutions, to go there and doon na lang sila mag-OJT, for instance, yung mga plumbers natin, carpenters natin, para habang nag-aaral sila, nakakatulong din sila. And yun yung ginawa natin sa sendong, ilang hundreds of houses were built, and yung, for instance, dun sa relocation site, doon na rin pinadala yung output ng niluluto na pagkain from commercial cooking courses, etc. But at the same time, yung training com production din, no, yung approach natin in construction trade, especially lalo na kung may mga sirang bahay, yung tungkol sa carpentry, electrical plumbing, yung mga nakikita natin na anong sasakyan ng mga tumirik, yung mga automotive technicians natin can help out and can give their services dun sa mga nangangailangan.
Kasi nga nung natatandaan ko po, no, na nung panahon ng sendong, talagang really the order of the day then was to establish a sense of normalcy at the soonest possible time. Di po ba, para maka-move on na kaagad ang ating mga mamamayan from the tragedy. Na ganun din ho ba ang plano nyo ngayon? At paano nyo ito isasagwa? Gayong ang lawak. Ang lawak po, sir, ng naapektuhan nitong monsoon rains natin.
Yes, ma'am. Kagaya nung ginawa natin sa sendong, we are looking at training our people there to start on their own, makapag-start sila sa kanilang community. Like when we launched the TESDA Specialist Technopreneurship Program, which was also mentioned by the President during his State of the Nation address, na ngayon po, dati kung halos wala silang kinikita from 0 to 100 pesos or paminsan-minsan lang yung racket nila bilang mga plumbers, bilang mga massage therapists. Ngayon ho, 562 pesos a day na yung kinikita on the average ng lahat ng TESDA specialistas na graduate po dito sa program nito. And right now, there are about 5,240 of them. Like in, for example, in Batangas Port, yung pong mga nagmamasahe po doon, 1,200 pesos ang kinikita nila a day. So, yan po yung ilan sa mga bagay na nais nating itulong ngayon. At tinitignan din po natin yung situation ng per community on in assessing and profiling yung mga taong naapektuhan ngayon, so that we'll be able to suggest what kind of trade relations or courses we can offer dun sa kanila.
Okay, now we're showing footage of the President's visit to some flood-hit areas earlier this morning, and you were in close proximity with the President. Ano pong mga nabubulong nasasabi ng Presidente habang dinadaanan niyo po itong mga nasalantang lugar?
Well, Carmina, kanina nung nandun kami sa Muntinlupa, dun sa Tunasan na covered court, we went around dun sa lake, and the President was very specific dun sa gagawin dun sa lake, and I remember si Secretary Daves was also with us, and he was asking about this proposed solution na paglalagay ng mga road dikes, etc. At he was asking us very specific na will it be more costly pagka inangat yung lugar, and then sabi nga ni Sec Babes, it's better to put up itong mga road decks na ito dun sa gilid, dun sa kaninang pinuntahan namin. May mga in-approve na ni Presidente na gagawin doon, and at the same time kung sakaling ang mangyayari sa kanila is ang magiging tubig na lang doon is yung tubig ulan, and then yun naman pwede na hititin yun at mailagay doon sa lake. So yun yung long-term solution. But again, may long-term solution, may immediate solution dun sa pagbibigay natin kanina ng relief goods. Kasama din nga pala namin, Ma'am Carmina, si Miss Chris Aquino. Ang dami niya pong dinala kanina, and I think tomorrow she will also join us, hopefully. At talagang nakakatuwa ako kasi yung high spirits pa rin yung ating mga kababayan despite the weather condition and yung whatever they are going through right now. Makikita mo na talagang very warm yung welcome kay Pangulong Noynoy, at nakikita nila na ang buong ahensya ng pamahalaan ay full force in addressing their concerns.
Director Joel, si Tony Velasquez po ito.
Ay, Sir Tony.
Actually, on a personal note, thank you for the assistance that you also lent to the family of my house help. Well, just to tell the folks, my house help had a youngest child of maybe around 12 or 13 years old. He was swept away by flood currents Saturday. His body was found Monday, many kilometers away from where he was actually swept away. He was swept away in Bagong Silang, Caloocan. His body was found in Bulacan.
Yes.
Director Joel was kind enough to actually send some of his own people to track down where the body had been brought to at a funeral parlor in Bukawi, Bulacan. So, I don't know, Director Joel, baha pa ba doon sa Bukawi? Hindi pa rin nata nagagalaw, no?
Well, baha pa rin ho, but there are some roads there na passable na, and we were able to talk to the family. I think kanina po, they were assessing the roads if they could actually bring the body to Barangay Bagong Silang in Caloocan. But I think the family are very happy that they're being attended to by our local government units and some NGOs who are also helping. And thank you, Tony, for giving us the opportunity also. I was just listening yesterday when you were talking in the teleradyo.
That's right. That's right. Well, I think it's a good thing that a lot of people were also being or were also monitoring teleradyo and were able to get the message out for me. So, you know, at times like these, people shouldn't even be thinking about politics, right?
Yes, definitely.
But it's so difficult actually to avoid thinking about it when we see traveling with the president's entourage, Risa Ontiveros, yourself. I think it was Sani Angara,
yes,
who was there as well on the truck.
Secretary Mar Rojas.
And Secretary Mar Rojas, of course, the president's sister, Chris Aquino. And a lot of people, if they weren't even thinking about flood relief, would be thinking that now that looks like a political campaign sortie, doesn't it?
Well, alam niyo, Sir, Tony, hindi naman natin makokontrol lang pag-iisip ng bawat isa. But at this point in time, we just want to ensure everyone that all parties are all out in supporting the president, and what we can actually do right now so far as assessing the problems, addressing our concerns right now. Lahat nagbibigay po ng ideas, lahat nagbibigay ng support, and until this evening, we just had dinner a while ago with the president. We're still talking about how are we going to improve the situation, and how we can serve best the interests of our people, and to ensure that all resources, government resources, are being used properly and efficiently.
Now, are you going to join the president again tomorrow? Because he's planning to make another tour of the flood-hit areas.
Yes, I was asked to join. Actually, Tony, in some parts of Metro Manila, like for instance, the Bagong Silangan and in Tumana, in Marikina, that's where the mobile training class of TESDA, dyan po una at pangalawang beses nagpunta ang TESDA Mobile Training Center, wherein we were able to train the community leaders and the women's sector there to undergo itong mga management, risk management or crisis management courses. And we're very happy that they are giving us very positive results of what happened, because they were prepared, they're all trained, and we're just glad that we did it even before this thing happened. So tomorrow we will be going there, and in fact in some areas also, Tony, simultaneously continues yung relief operation natin, like for instance in Pampanga, in Bulacan, in Taguig a while ago. So even if I'm not there, our TESDA personnel from different offices are doing their part. This is of course outside our mandate, our charter, but you know, we are not even using TESDA funds. We have so many supporters, private firms, private companies donating, and you know, letting us realize that we're being supported to help out and give whatever we can, especially for the less fortunate nating mga kababayan.
All right. Well, Director Joel Villanueva from the TESDA, thank you very much for speaking with us today on Prime Time on ANC.
Thank you so much, Tony and Carmina. It's a great honor and pleasure. God bless you all.